Good morning, class. Happy Friday. Welcome to another day of learning about triangles. We're continuing to build on what we already know. So today, on our trusty first anchor chart, we are going over the last point that is made, okay? We're going to learn about the rule of the exterior angle of a triangle because so far, we have been working with interior angles. So A, B, and C are all interior angles, because they're inside the triangle, so they're interior, okay? But we can extend the lines of our triangle to form exterior angles. So for example, this angle, which I'm gonna label as D, is an exterior angle. And it's exterior because it's outside of the triangle, okay? So we form exterior angles by extending the side of the triangle. And we know that we can apply our line rule to this extended exterior angle, okay? Because this spot forms 180 degrees, right? So C plus D equals 180 degrees. Which is our line rule, right? Which is very cool, okay? And these two angles, A and B, are referred to as opposite angles, or opposite interior angle. Okay? That's A and B, and that's because they are across from our angle D, okay? So they're opposite to D, okay? So for example, if we extended our triangle this way, and we were forming this exterior angle, we'll call it E, then the opposite interior angles would be B and C because they hang out across from that exterior angle, okay? In the same way, if we extend it, actually let's extend it this way. If we extend it this way, and we'll call that F, A and C are the opposite interior angles for F, okay? So it changes depending on where your exterior angle is, okay? But for now, we have D, okay? So we know that C and D equals 180 degrees. And I'm just gonna tuck away F and E because we don't need those for now, because we're gonna look at this. Okay, you know that C and D form an angle value of 180 degrees. But we also know that A plus B plus C, these are all of our interior angles, also equals 180 degrees. Okay, so that brings us to our rule that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles, right? Because when we look at it this way, C and D equals 180 degrees, so D equals 180 degrees minus C, right? And in this case, A and B equals 180 degrees also minus C. So that means that A plus B equals D, okay? Do you see how that works? Now it's kind of intriguing, okay? Because we have our two rules. We know that these three are 180 degrees, but we also know that on a line, the value is 180 degrees. And so that's how we get to our rule that the opposite angles are going to equal the external angle. Okay, so let's look at that in a new way. Let's open our textbooks to page 60, please. Take a moment and do that. And we're going to look at the first question here. Okay, so we're looking at number 7. And it tells us that in triangle A, B, and C, BC is extended to D. Okay, so I've made us one right here to look at. So this is kind of a copy of number 7, and I just wanted to show you guys the movement so you could see it a little bit more clearly. Okay, so we have our triangle that's forming our A, B, and C. Okay, and then we've made our external angle, okay, here. And our external angle is DCA or ACD, okay? So we can see that we can take the value of angle A and plunk it here. And we can take the value of angle B and plunk it here. And it forms together the exterior angle. Okay? So do you see how that works? So the value of the inside interior angles, the opposite interior angles, come together to form the value of the exterior angle that we have made. Okay? So now that we can kind of see that visually, we're going to write our note down. Okay, so it's in the green box on your textbook. And so I want you to get your spiral book out and please write the date and the title. You can continue it on the page that we've been writing triangle rules on already if you'd like, but please make sure that you have these 2 things, and you're welcome to start a new page if you want to as well. So it's Friday, May 7th, and our title is Exterior Angle of a Triangle. Okay, so you don't have to draw this out, of course, but you do have to write out this. Okay? The exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles. Okay, so please take a moment and write that note down. If it's hard to see in my video, please look at your textbook in the green box on page 60, and we're writing that sentence down, okay? Because that is our rule for today. Okay, so let's apply that. Let's look into this with number 8, okay? And of course, sorry if I'm moving too fast for you, please pause the video so you can catch up writing your note out, okay? So, number 8, in triangle XYZ, YZ is extended to P. So angle ZXY is 50 degrees, which is here, and XYZ is 34 degrees. So find angle XZP. So that's our exterior angle that they're asking us to find. And they've given us the values of the opposite interior angles. And so you see how they're opposite because they're across from the line that's extended, right? So this one, the one that's marked with the Z, is right next to it. So that's not opposite. We've got these 2 as our opposite angles, and they've given us the value. So what we need to do, which our thought bubble shows us, is to add these 2 angles together to find the value of the external angle. Exterior angle, sorry. So I'm gonna just do it over here. Angle XZP equals, and then we have to do 50 plus 34, which equals 84 degrees. Okay. So do you see how that works? So we've added these two together because they equal the value of this exterior angle. Okay, so let's look at a couple more examples. Okay, so let's look in number 9. Okay, number 9 says, in each figure ACD is a straight line. Find the unknown marked angle. Okay, so the first one, we see that they've given us the angle of ABC, which is 43 degrees, and CAB is a right angle. So the angle, and we'll label it as A, because that's the letter that we've been given. Okay, so you see that they've labeled the A. Whoop, there they've labeled the A. Okay, so angle A, and we have to add our opposite interior angles. So we have to add our 90 degrees plus our 43 degrees. Okay, which is going to give us, mental math, 133 degrees. Okay, all right, so the second one, they've changed it on us. So we're given the value of the exterior angle as 110 degrees. We're not given B, which is one of the opposite interior angles. Okay, so A is an opposite interior angle, or sorry, BAC is an opposite interior angle, and they've given us 50 degrees, but the little b angle is unknown. So we have to think about, what do we need to do? So we know that the sum of the interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. So that means that when we have the exterior angle, we need to subtract, okay? So B equals the exterior angle, which is 110 degrees. And we have to subtract the one interior angle that we know. Okay? Which means it's 60 degrees. Okay, do you see how that works? If you're given the exterior angle, you need to find the subtraction, because these two together, the sum equals this one. So when we have this one, but not this one, we have to subtract to find this one. Not pointing to the wrong place. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so. If it doesn't, you're welcome to hop into Zoom today and we can chat more about it. But for now, your task is to do Workbook Exercise 40. Okay, and it's 1 page, 4 questions. So there you have it.